Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing Roxy's weekly challenge, week number 4. Now for this one she made pockets with vellum. So she used book paper and vellum to make pockets, belly bands and tuck spots. So I'm going to just cut some of these. How wide are they? They're about 5 1/4, so that's okay. Might just cut that edge straight. Yeah, just cut off as least as I can to just get them straight. And do the same for this one. I'm not going to make a whole heap of them. I'm just going to make enough. I want to put one in my ideas book and a couple in my spares. So what have we got there? So I'm going to make pockets. So I generally like my pockets to be, say, about 3.5 inches tall. That stops things from falling out all over the place. So there's some pockets. Now, Rachel also did some long pockets, which I thought were a good idea. So once again, I'll make these 3.5 inches. Cut that across there. I'll do 2 of them. Okay, so that's 2 of those, and let's do a couple of belly bands too. So, have I got any other single pages? I think these are all double pages. Okay. Alright, so let's trim that white space off. And how wide do we want a belly band? Let's say 3.5 inches. No. Do we? I'm going to say 3 inches. I don't make a lot of belly bands, so this is something a bit different for me. Okay, so I'm going to be using these printed vellum sheets that I've got from a very kind lady sent these to me, Susan Rhodes. So thank you, Susan. It's taken me a while to get to using them, but everything comes in handy eventually, doesn't it? Okay, so this is what I'm going to use today. So let's start by deciding what we want to put on what. I want that there. I could use that there like that with the butterflies and the flowers. That's quite nice, isn't it? So let's do that. Let's cut that there. And I'm pretty sure that this was 3 inches, so let's cut this at 3 inches. And I've got a bit of, I've got a bit of blank up the top, so I can afford to cut that off. And then I will cut this at, let's mark it with a pencil. So something's not straight. So that one will go on there and that will become a belly band. We've only got one belly band, haven't we? So these are going to be sideways pockets. So let's have a look what we've got that could go across to there. That one would be okay. That one would get the head off of that. Let's use the top of that, wouldn't we? Well, that's pretty. This one here. Yeah. Okay, so we've got two of these. So let's cut that white piece off of the bottom. And the side. And the top. Might not need the top, we'll see. And I'll cut this side one off. Right, so how tall were these? 3.5 inches. Well, they're not actually, they're just under. So let's do 3.5 inches. And another one at the same height, 3.5 inches. Good. So I just need to trim a little bit off of this, about there. That's that one. That's that one. And this one. Trim off about there. So that's that one. And we've got some pockets here somewhere. Where did I put them? Yeah. So, what should we put on there? That would be nice. Do both of those. So these were about 5 and 5 1/8. So let's cut this at 5 1/8. Let's cut that edge off first. And cut that at 5 1/8. Okay, so 5 1/8, and they are 3.5. So cut that bottom piece off. And then 3.5. I cut that there. And then cut that 3.5. I think I will still get most of the spade in. That can go on there. And this one, just going to cut a little bit off the bottom. And then 3.5 from there. Nice. What have I got left here? 2 pockets. 2 pockets. 2 pockets. 2 pockets. Do that. So if I mark that there and there. Where am I going to here? One, and we put the lady on this one, didn't we? Yes, why not? So let's mark that there and there and there. Okay. Okay, so that is all of our cutting. Now, I actually used double-sided tape and glue stick to stick hers. So I'll do one on camera and then I'll do the rest off camera because you don't want to watch me do all of this. So I need to have a pair of scissors and we run our double-sided tape along the edge. Cut that off. I used to use double-sided tape a lot, but I found that after several years the double-sided tape gives way and it loses its sticky, and I always bought the good quality double-sided tape, not the cheap, cheapest chips type. And yeah, and it still didn't stay in place, so I stopped using it and I've gone to using glue, which I never used to use it all because I didn't like it, but now it's basically all I use. But apparently if you use glue on your vellum, it curls up without this frame around the edge of double-sided tape. I'm just going to burnish that down a bit. To make double-sided tape work, you have to actually burnish it down very firmly, especially on the corners where you want to peel your backing tape off. So then I actually just added glue stick. Oh no, thought I'd stuck it on the wrong side. To the centre of the vellum, and then peeled these pieces off. And stuck them down. Now we want to make sure we get it nice and square, although we can trim it up afterwards. And there we go. Didn't get it anywhere near square like it was supposed to be. That is terrible. That is disgusting actually. So I'm going to have to trim that down quite a bit, and I'm going to have to pay more attention next time. So let's trim this along that line of the vellum. And then we can use that to square up our other edges. There's a big variance there, isn't there? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead so you can see that you can see the writing through the vellum. Makes it a bit interesting, doesn't it? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and attach all of these in the same manner, and that is something that you don't need to watch me do. Okay, so I have done that. I've stuck them all together. I have inked around the edge of all of them. Those ones there I've already done the hole punching, so I'm going to put some thumb holes or divots, whatever you like to call them, in the pocket, and then ink around that. And this one is a belly band, so I'm not going to put a thumb notch in that. We could put one on the side if we wanted to, but generally belly bands don't have that, so I won't put that there. Now this one here is going to be a bit different. Now this is going to be a pocket, and I'm going to put a thumb notch in about the middle of this section. So there's where it was folded, so I'm going to put a thumb notch about there. And now what I'm going to do is, here's my centre, and I'm going to go about that far past there. I'm going to fold that up, try and get it straight, something like straight. So I'm going to line that up along there, so I'm keeping that edge straight, and press this down. So that's going to make a pocket here, and I'm going to glue this section here, so from the centre or from the edge of where I want it to go on my page to the fold that we just put in there. I'm going to glue that shut, and that is going to become a tab on my pocket. So let's burnish that down. Make sure we've got it firmly stuck. Okay, now this is going to go, let's say this is our page, this is going to go on our page like that. We'll stick it down here and here, so we've got a pocket there, and then on the back we can, well, we could also stick that like that and have a pocket there, or we could just stick a bit like about that much there, I suppose, and have a tuck spot. But I think I might put a thumb notch in this and make that a pocket as well. So let's put a thumb notch in about the middle of that. Not too low. Now it doesn't have to line up with that one because they're going to be on opposite sides of the page and they won't be seen at the same time. So let's ink around both of those thumb notches. Okay, so now this is going to go over our page like this. It has a tag that pokes out on the side, like so. We'll attach this here and here, and then on this side we'll attach it here and here, so we've got a smaller pocket on this side, like that. And then we've got a tab poking out of our book, so let's say there's some more pages in our book, and there. So there we go, that would poke out. We could put a eyelet in this and have a dangle hanging off of it. Yeah, so I thought I really liked that that adaptation that Rachel did. Alright, so now what she did was embellish them a little. So there's not really a great deal of embellishing needed because they're, you know, this digital print on the vellum is fairly busy, and you know it looks quite nice as it is. So, but I thought that I might just put something like a label, just something small. So we've got quite a few things here. And these two would have to embellish both sides. So you can put a label on there. I've got some blue labels here, and there's plenty of blue in this design. I think that way up because that looks like a bird there. So I might put that there, or I might put the oval one instead. And what else have we got? That one there. Well, that's the same thing but a different border. Here's an oval one with some blue on it. That can go there. Yeah, so lots of different things. That one's a bit taller, can go like that. Here's another blue one. That's got a, might put that one on that side. So you just work around where you've got things on your. I want this one. I might put something in there, I think. That does blend in a little bit too much, doesn't it? I would want something tall. That could go on there. Perhaps something like that. So I've got two more that need something on the backs. Looks alright. And that looks right. Yep. Then I thought I would add a stamp. Now I've got some washi tape stamps that are florals, so I thought I could use those. So for example, attach that, something like that. What do we think? Do I need to, perhaps I need to attach these first, or do I need to attach something under it? Do I want some book page, or what do we think if we put a bit of book page under it? Let's tear that off. And that wasn't what I had in mind. This book page is very white, and that's not going to blend in all that well. So I'm inking over it. The other thing I could do, something like that. Things are blowing around because I've got the fan on. It's very hot here today. Well, even though I'm saying today it's night time, but it has been very hot. I think I might start sticking these down. So let's do that. Okay, so basically I'm going to do the same for all of this, so you don't need to watch me do all of that, so I'll go off and do that and then I'll come back ready for the next step. Okay, so I have attached all of those on, and now I'm going to add a stamp. Now I thought when I was using these normal stamps, I'm thinking that that's way too bright for that vellum, but when I use the washi, and I think I'll use this one on here, when I use the washi stamps, I will add some glue to them. And they are actually like a vellum texture as well, so they do blend in a bit more than a solid stamp. So I'm going to do that. Now I would like to ink around the edge of it, but it might not work. See what I mean about them sort of blending in? They don't sort of hit you in the eye, do they? Now this one here, perhaps I could stick that one on there. So this will finish these. So they're quite simple and quite effective though, aren't they, with the vellum over the pocket of the book page to make various pockets and things. Yes, I like them. They seem to be like really well matched with the blues and the greens and the yellows. Very nice, I like it. Okay, so that one is done. No, that black and white one might not be the best choice, but it stands out okay. That one. These are pockets, so they don't need any other work. So let's bring these all back. So we've got our belly band. Quite nice. Yeah. So it would fit on our page like that. Glue it at the top and bottom and we can put something in there. Very good. We've got a pocket, so that would just attach to your page. You could even stack these pockets if you wanted to, you know, you could put multiple pockets on a page like so. You'd have to make sure they're exactly the same width, you'd trim that down. So we've got that one. And we've got this one. And we've got this one. Pretty. And we've got this one. So we've got 4 pockets, 4 plain pockets. And then we've got these 2 double pockets. So these go, as I said, like this. We have a tab poking out here. We stick it pocket there, and we stick it there, and a pocket there. Yeah. So that's that one, and then this one as well. Very nice. Very nice. That probably pokes out a bit more than I would have thought, but it won't hurt. Alright, well that's it for my video for today. So this is Roxy's Weekly Challenge week number 4. I think the current week is about week 7, so I'm still a little bit behind. But I will catch up, but I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks now, so that will put me even further behind. But anyway, never give up. Never give up. Alright, well thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, I'd love it if you would give me a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. And if you're not already a subscriber, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy the videos, that is. If you don't enjoy the videos, well, no point in subscribing. Okay, thank you for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.